Hey everyone, welcome back to Beyond the Claim. Today we're talking about why flood insurance is one of the most important insurances you want to have. One of the riskiest mistakes homeowners make. In fact, let me tell you something. Homeowners, you guys go out and buy these beautiful homes, but then you don't want to make sure they're covered. I'm telling you that if you look at the recent news, the recent storms that come through, what is the most what is it that you're hearing most about the damages? It is going to be flood. Actually, 70% of the homes flooded last year weren't even in designated flood zones. So if you think it can't happen to you, you better think again. You really better think again, because these floods are happening. To today's episode, I really want to talk to you all about something that's very critical. Today was the day that Diddy verdict came out. And his trial pretty much was around like sex trafficking, but these were adults. But I want to tell you something about our most vulnerable, and this is our children. I want to remind you that child sex trafficking is a growing crisis. In 2024, approximately 40% of human trafficking victims in the U.S. was under the age of 15. 15, y'all. Those are our babies that are out there that are entering this sex trafficking enterprise that they have going on. This crime, it affects everyone. It affects communities nationwide. If you see something, say something. If you see something suspicious, I don't care how it looks, you say something. Please call the national hotline, national trafficking hotline at 1-888-373-7888. You can also text Be Free to 233-733. Also remember, for more information, please visit this missingkids.org. Our children need to come home. They need to be found. Humantraffickinghotline.org. So please understand, this is very important. We're talking about children here, not adults. And dive into today's episode. I know I've been coming to you all lately talking about flood. And the reason why is because I am a claims adjuster, right? I'm a claim adjuster first, but then I'm also a consumer. And I want you all to understand what I see when I am adjusting claims. One of the most heartbreaking thing is when I am adjusting claims, or someone's on the phone and they're saying that the water is rising. I already know it's not covered. So one of the things I'm trying to drill down in your heads, we do invest in these homes. We're putting pretty furniture in, doing renovations, but we're not really protecting our investment, especially if you are neglecting to get a flood policy. Now check this out. Now what if I told you that over 70% of flood losses last year happened outside of high-risk flood zones? And most people had no insurance at all. Now that's one thing, to not have any insurance at all. Now at least you should have the standard policy, and then you're putting the flood policy with it. But that's not right, to make that huge investment. And here we go, you have no coverage at all. You're going to need some coverage. If you invest in these homes, you're going to have some coverage. And I just want to show you how these floods will just come in at any time. It doesn't matter. They will come in like within no time, and they will flood you out very quickly. Let me just show you this.
Coverage in West Virginia, where deadly flash flooding struck the city of Wheeling over the weekend. Floodwaters surged through the area, sweeping away cars as creeks overflowed and roads were inundated. Businesses in Elm Grove, a neighborhood in Wheeling, are now dealing with significant damage after streets were submerged underwater.
I I want you to all to really just understand what I'm saying. We're paying a lot of money for these homes, right? There's a new subdivision that's maybe 2 minutes from my home. Those homes are being sold at the mid 300s. Why would you buy a home in the mid 300s and don't have all the protection that it needs? You're going to need that flood policy because over here, every day, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, every day it has been raining. And when that rain comes down, you don't even know when it's going to stop. I want to show you one more image so I can really drill it in your head so you can understand why you need this insurance, why you want to add this insurance to your coverage. You definitely want to make sure you have that. Take a look at this. Look at this. Look how high.
Northern West Virginia are searching for at least 3 missing people swept away by intense flash floods. The powerful storm has killed at least 5 people. Officials say up to 4 inches of torrential rain fell in about half an hour Saturday night in some areas.
Half an hour. 4 inches of rain. I'm telling you all, I know you all probably getting tired of me with my videos, letting you know how important it is to have this insurance. There's no need to continue to invest in buying these homes. This even goes for newer homeowners. If you are buying a home and you're just barely being able to buy a home and you can only afford the standard policy, I'm pretty much going to say maybe you want to wait until you can also afford that flood policy to put along with it. I'm telling you, if you think about it, 90%, let me just show you this here. 90% of U.S. natural disasters involve flood. Anytime we have hurricanes come through, you rarely hear that much about wind damage anymore. All you hear is about the flooding, and it's not covered with standard insurance. You're going to want to have an endorsement for it or a separate flood policy. Look at this. 25% flood claims come from low to moderate risk areas. You know what that means? That means that these areas aren't prone for flooding. I'm going to say if it rains, it can flood in your area. If rain comes in your area, it can surely flood. So you want to keep that in mind when you're thinking about your home from here on out. And look, we're in hurricane season. There's a storm out there just twirling right now already, getting in play. You want to make sure you get yourself positioned because when you buy these flood policies, you have to wait 30 days. So you want to go ahead and get that flood policy now so it can already be effective when we're in the midst of hurricane season, just in case a hurricane come your way or even the aftermath. A lot of damage comes from the aftermath. Ask North Carolina. They didn't really get the hurricane. They got the aftermath. They got the flash flood, the torrential rain that came with it. So you want to cover yourself. And I'm just going to continue to drive this home for you all because I am a homeowner myself. And like I said, again, I am an adjuster. So I want you to know how important it is to have this insurance. Also, look at that. Typical damage, $25,000, 1 inch of flooding. 1 inch of flooding can cause $25,000 of damage. What do you say about that? Wouldn't that want you to say, you know what, let me call my agent. Let me look into a flood policy here. Let me just see what that cost may be due as a homeowner, right? One thing you can do first is to review your policy. You want to go over it with your agent. And if your agent don't know, you make sure your agent finds someone who can tell you about your policy and all the different coverages that it has, right? So if you even think about it, when I'm looking at statistics, only 15% of people have flood insurance. And those are usually the ones that are in those flood areas. But now we know that any area can be a flood area because so much rain comes down now. Like I say, my motto now, if it rains, it can flood. If it rains in your area, it has the potential of flooding. So you just want to make sure. And if your agent can't get you that flood policy, they should be able to get you to a private insurer to where you can see what your options are. I don't even care if you get a small flood policy, something that may cover $25,000 of damages. We see that 1 inch of flooding can cost $25,000, worth of flood insurance. I would say, that's me personally, just to get the basics of the coverage, because this flood is coming in, and anytime we have any type of rain, just think that you or myself can have a potential of rising water to come up in our homes. And a lot of homes now have basements. So you just want to make sure you get this together. Now, what I did you guys a favor. I created a home inventory and emergency plan for you guys. That's exactly what I did. And I want you to download it so you can have it handy. And it's free. And it's called a game plan toolkit. And it will be down in my description. You can click on that link, and it's going to walk you through exactly how to get yourself flood ready, how to get yourself even prepared for claims, and what you need to do just in case if you have a claim, or even if you're updating things around your home. That toolkit is going to let you know and educate you on what you need to do to make sure that you protect your investment, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you are prepared. Again, you can download my free game plan toolkit. It will be in the description. And again, it is going to walk you through exactly how to get ready for flood or any other claim that you may have. Now, again, I want you guys to understand, I come back to y'all about flood because we are in hurricane season. We're here, and it's going to start. And you're going to want to make sure that you protect your home. These are our investments. These are a lot of money that we pay out for these homes. And listen, if you feel like you cannot afford it, see if your agent knows how to make it affordable for you. Speak to them, let them know where you are, and have them put together, design a plan for you. I'm quite sure they have flood insurances that you can tag on to fit your budget. And listen, don't wait. Don't wait until you're standing in water up to your knees to find out that you're not covered. And you can't say you're not covered, because I'm on here letting you know that standard homeowners policy does not cover flood unless you have an endorsement for it. And most of them do not have an endorsement. So make sure you get informed. Stay informed. Protect what matters to you. Listen, if you learned something today, subscribe. My goal is to protect 5,000 homes by mid-September. And please, let's make one of them your home, because I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back every week. I'm going to come back and just let you know exactly, what we're up against when we're homeowners, or even dealing with other insurance. This is unfiltered insurance and adjuster talk. I'm an adjuster and I know about insurance, and I'm going to tackle every aspect of insurance. But right now I focus on homes because I deal with homeowners on a daily basis. So this is why I focus on you all more, because this is where, I get more experience, and I talk to you guys every day, all day, and understand and hear your complaints, or even hear that you're happy with what you have. So I'm not going anywhere. And again, I want to go ahead and protect 5,000 homes by mid-September. So if you can share the video with another homeowner, or someone who's interested in knowing about homeowners insurance or insurance, period, because we all have some type of insurance. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, do not wait until you're standing in water up to your knees to find out you're not covered. That's going to be an issue for you. All right? So look, in the meantime, stay covered, stay educated, and always keep it beyond the claim. I will see you on the next episode.